You know, after a very slow news day when it comes to true crime and everything like that yesterday, I should have known today it was going to pick up a little bit. Now, my opinion, we got a lot of fraudulence going around. We got a lot of bullshit. This is no different than other audios, things like this. But apparently we got footage leaked from that night when it comes to the Kohberger killings, right? Or the Idaho 4 killings. So not only do we got that we're going to look into, we're going to look into a few other things, including a car picture that I'm seeing with a sunroof that apparently is the car in question, but Kohberger's car did not have a sunroof. But also, we're going to talk about a YouTuber today by the name of True Crime King. Now, why are we going to talk about him? Because listen, if you get jammed up, don't mention my name. That's the bottom line. Once you mention my name and I start digging, I'm going to have to speak the truth about you. That's the reality. I'm thejbgunner. This is Crime Time. Let's go ahead and get on into this. Let's do it. Let's go.
Bring it back.
Now, you see, if you guys dig or say something about me, I don't care. You know why? Because I don't respect no one enough to give a fuck what you people think. But other people on this platform do. See, I'm come to work, I do my job, I clock out, I get my dick sucked, I enjoy my day. But many of you people, me particularly other YouTubers, you really care what everybody thinks of you. So much so you'll pad your own stats, you'll lie, you'll do all of this thing just to hopefully, you'll do all this effort just to get a little bit of support, whether it's fraudulent or not. We're going to talk about that a little bit here today, but we are definitely going to be talking about the Idaho 4. We're going to be talking about this video, surveillance images. We're going to be talking about things like this today. Y'all got me up early, a little bit a little bit hyper, because I've been doing some research the last couple of hours, and well, shit's about to get funny. Right? Before we get into this, though, I want to say first and foremost, thank you to everybody that supports the channel. Regardless of the method you choose, whether it's Cash App, Patreon, Venmo, PayPal. Truth is, guys, I couldn't do this shit each and every day as often as I do if it was not for you, the Gun Squad. I love you guys so much. If you too find my content valuable, feel free to hit the links down below. Show your boys some love. Join the Gun Squad today. While you're down there, if you're not a snowflake, check out my political channel, my live stream channel. We do a lot of big stuff. We got a gaming channel, things like that, if you want to see some of my other content. Now, I do want to start off and say Happy Independence Day to all my fellow Americans, my American patriots. I love you guys so much. At 247 years old, a lot of problems in America currently. And on my news channel, I'll be discussing that about where we went wrong here in America. Spoiler, it's multiculturalism. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump right. Uh-oh, did he say it? Yes, he said it. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump right into this video. Now, before we get into the Kohberger stuff, because there is a lot to talk about in regards to the Kohberger stuff. We're going to talk about Sloothy Goosey and these documents where Judge John ruled out that the requested officer training records are material to the preparation of the defense and are potentially relevant to suppression issue or to challenge credibility of the officer. So basically there's 3 of these officers that they're going to get information on. We'll take a look at these documents. We have it right here. The order on defendant's motion to compel discovery. We will be discussing that here today. We got a few things we're going to be talking about, including this surveillance footage, and yes, that's T-Rev shit right there. Whether I like the spirit boxes and rap songs or not, I can give credit where credit's due. I love the way he zoomed in and gave us this footage. So shout out to T-Rev for that. I'm the type of guy. I'm a fair guy. We're going to be taking a look at a lot of this stuff. We're going to look at the timestamps from everything in the surveillance video. What people are claiming is being seen in that. We're going to be doing all of that. Okay. But I want to say right off the jump why I think the video's fake. I do not believe, it looks to me that this video, the origins of this video comes from this YouTube page right here, which is Veritas Equitas. 377 subscribers, 30 videos. The channel was just created on June 1st, 2022. It was just created on June 1st, 2022. And now all of a sudden this video with 23,000 views is getting all this play from everybody, right? If you scroll down, what makes me say this to me could be an issue is you got this dude re-uploading videos like Justin speaks on Chief Fry and Idaho 4 cover-up. Look, man, I don't take anyone serious that takes Justin seriously. So I want you to think about this going in. Think about this, and most of his videos have 30 views, 40 views, 70 views. And listen, I'm not trying to say nothing bad about this guy, but what I am saying is, how credible is this video right here? This seems to be the origins of what everybody's found. Now, we're going to go to Google Earth. We're going to check out where this footage took place at, and we will take a look at a little bit of it. And there is some credence to it, because they're saying this is the Linda Lane apartment surveillance video. And if you look back here, even though I have to once again give another YouTuber credit, JLR Investigates, who I'm not the biggest fan of, he was one of the first people 6 months ago to talk about Linda Lane apartment handing over surveillance footage to the law enforcement. So it could be connected. The footage could be real. Everybody else says it's real. Gray Hughes is showing everybody, Truth and Transparency. Everybody seems to be showing the footage as if it's 100% real. And I haven't seen anybody really question it and say, how do we know this shit's real? I understand on the right left-hand corner, it has the date and the time, but that could have been an overlay. I'm just saying that. Now, we'll take a look at it. I'm just saying I'm not necessarily so positive that it's true, and I'm basing it on the credibility of this channel that just started a month ago, that somehow all of a sudden was starting true crime videos, and now all of a sudden has surveillance footage from that night. Think about all the people that do Freedom of Information Acts. We're talking about JLR. We're talking about so many people out here in the true crime community that dig the docket. All these people dig for information. Truth and Transparency gets all body cam footage, all surveillance videos. And this random dude that just started June 1st, all of a sudden has the biggest surveillance video we've seen in this entire case in the middle of a, gag order? Now, before we get into all this, I do want to say some things, because we'll talk about Truth and Transparency. I've seen other videos as well that of this being a second surveillance video from that night, and it shows that the car that night had a sunroof, but Kohlberger's car did not have a sunroof. It did not have a sunroof. Anyone that's seen the body cam footages of his cars being pulled over, you know there is no sunroof. So I don't know how legit this is, but I want to go somewhere else real quick and dig into some shit. Guys, this is why you have to be careful about who it is you follow and or trust on YouTube, okay? Now, it's really funny, because one of you fans came over here to suck my dick quite a while back. I think it was like a few months ago. And I remember we were sitting here literally on my couch watching through true crime videos, and this guy came up and it said True Crime King. I said, oh, look at he's the king of this shit, right? Let's click on it. And all it was reaction videos. So we sat here and laughed and drank, and we watched a couple of them. And then look, I was like, it's just lazy booking, it's lazy work, just doing reaction videos. But hey, everybody's got their thing, right? I said, the day's gonna come where this motherfucker reacts to me. And I woke up this morning with a tag. It says, I'll be reacting to thejbgunner tomorrow. I suggest you watch. True Crime King out. Well, I'm beating you to the punch, bruh. I'm beating you to the punch. Because when I saw that, I then looked at his channel, and I remembered him only having like 100 subscribers when I saw him last. And I said, look at this man. This man is working. And then I got to looking at his views. And I said, hold on. Brian Kohlberger, secret, here we go. He's doing drip drop. He's doing harsh. We're talking about a day ago, 2 days ago, 300 views. 3 days ago, 581 views. 5 days ago, 258 views. 7 days ago, 153 views. Now, I want you to pay attention, because what you're about to see here is exactly why I'm telling you the numbers. 7 days ago, 124 views. 7 days ago, 223 views. So I just want you to keep looking. No videos with even 1,000. We got 98 views here 9 days ago. Justin videos, 200 views. Now this is 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, biggest video, 500 views, where he was reacting to Tyler Feller, right? And then we got 2 weeks ago, 537 views, okay? Now I'm showing you this because you've seen not a single video with over 1,000. There's a reason I'm showing you. 59 views here. 92 views here. Oh, another clown circus, 751. So we're at 3 weeks ago, and there's 1.8 million right there, an alien crash. He's showing you the aliens. He wants you to see the aliens with the clickbait and all that. I get that. So as you can clearly see, in the past month, he doesn't have more than 1,000 views but one time. But one time. Now, why am I showing you this? Let's go ahead and go here. If you go to a site called Social Blade, you can take a look, and when you first look at it, it looks like this motherfucker's legit. Look, it says he's averaging 173,000 views per day. He's averaging 510 subscribers per day. In the last 30 days, he's gained all 15.3 thousand of his subscribers and 5.2 million views. Now that's weird, because there wasn't a single video. There wasn't a single video in your whole last month, only one that even had over 1,000 views. So let's look at your most popular ever. 6 months ago, there's only one video in your whole history with over 5,000 views, 6 months ago. Now, I want you to understand why I'm saying this. Because this is a YouTuber that's a clear example of someone buying subs. And then at one point in time, buying views, but he can't continue up the pace of buying views, so they go back to his normal views. His normal views, which these videos is probably where he bought a few views, right? But if you look, like I said, you go back to his videos, if someone with twice the subs as me, you would think would get more than 300 views in a video. Now, why do I say that? His biggest video ever was 5.3 thousand views. Every video I do pretty much hits that. The one I did yesterday. This video right here is going to hit 5,000 views in just a couple of hours. Now, why am I saying this? Because you guys need to watch who you watch. Pay attention that a lot of these people, they will okie doke you. They will try to pull one on you. Now, I want to show you this, okay? Now he's got 16.1 subs. Oh, he said, look, now he said should reach 16.1 subs around them all. Look at that. You see that in the corner? Now, I want you to see these numbers, okay? The last 30 days, it says this man with 200 views in a video, 15.3 thousand subs, 5 million views. Now, let's compare that to others, so shall we? My last 30 days, plus 1,000 subs, 164,000 views. Do you see what I see yet? Remember, it says this man gets 179,000 views per day. It says I average 5,000 views per day. Now, let's not make it just about me. Let's look at people like Jules. Last 30 days, 4,000 subs and 500,000 views. She gets 18,000 views per day. You're telling me that guy gets more views than Jules? It's not real. And his videos show that. Now, how do I know that? Well, let's go to Jules of All Trades. Let's go to her channel, shall we? How do I get to her actual channel? Let's go to her channel. Let's take a look at her videos. Look at the views on her videos. Do they say 100, 300? No, they say 20,000, 30,000, 10,000. But this guy's says 420, but yet his stats are showing on the website that he somehow has more views and subs in the last month than Jules. It's not possible. So let's look at Harsh. No way he's gonna beat Harsh Reality with 60,000 subs, is he? Well, I'll be goddamn. The last month, Harsh has got 3.6 thousand subscribers and 1.2 million views. You're telling me this dude gets four times the daily views as Harsh? 5 times the monthly views as Harsh? 5 times the subscribers as Harsh? Shall we look back here again? Look at the video he did with presenting Harsh 1 day ago, 318 views. Shall we look at Harsh and see what kind of views Harsh had yesterday? I think we shall. 17,000, 24,000. Do you see what I'm showing you, people? Most of these YouTubers are out here fraudulent as fuck. And by the way, True Crime King, I would have never came at you if you didn't mention my goddamn name, boy. Grizzly True Crime, who has 170,000 subscribers. She averages 21,000. I want you to see this. Views per day, 143,000. He had 187,000. Do you see what it's saying? 173. He is trying to convince you that he has more views per day and per month. If you look, he had 5.3 million, it said. And then Grizzly True Crime, the #1 true crime channel in this fucking space. Do you see what I'm saying to you? So what is the point here? Because I saw your little post here. Stop trying to use us for clout. We know you're buying subs. We know you're buying views, and you don't have enough money to keep it up. If you had enough money, you'd just keep buying views so we wouldn't be able to notice any of that. I want you to understand something. All we got to do is look at your channel, brother. Your views did stick. They are here, but they're not on any of your videos. Let me tell you why that's the case. Because YouTube removes botted views from videos. It may still be on your numbers, but on your videos, it's not there. You're big. You don't have 5 million views worth of videos on your channel. Not with your most popular video. Only one video ever 6 months ago hitting 5,000. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about all this. My position on this is simple. You would have never mentioned my name. I would have never done this to you. Look, man, I don't care about the choo-choo trains that the fellas do. I don't care about the rapping spirit boxes. I don't mean no ill will towards none of them folks. Just don't mention my goddamn name. And you won't ever have to worry about shit like this. You won't embarrass yourself when you tag me and like, I'm gonna make a video about thejbgunner tomorrow. Well, I beat you to the punch, didn't I, bruh? So be careful, audience, who it is you watch, who it is you pay attention to, because most of these people are doing fraudulent shit just like this. And it's an insult to the Grizzly True Crimes. It's an insult to the Harsh Realities. It's an insult to the thejbgunners. It's an insult to the people that really come out here and work hard each and every day for all of you. For these clowns to come in here and try to cheat the fucking game. Now let's get to this, all right? Let's get to this. Let's get to the information of the video. Judge John has ruled that the request, you know what, let's just go to the documents. Okay, the documents. Go ahead and get this off of here. Let's go ahead and make this a little bigger. All right, so we do got some new documents I'm gonna go over here. This is the order on defendant's motion to compel discovery. On May 24, 2023, Brian Koberger filed a motion to compel discovery stemming from the defendant's second supplemental request for discovery filed on March 24th. Oral argument on the motion was heard on June 27th. Kohberger was represented by Ann Taylor, blah, blah, blah. We all know all this. At the outset of the hearing, the parties informed the court that they had reached agreements on all issues except Request 160. Request 160 asked the state to provide to the defendant training records of 3 specific law enforcement officers. Idaho Criminal Rule 16b states the papers and documents that are material to the preparation of the defense that are in possession, custody, or control of prosecuting attorneys are discoverable. Rule 16 additionally allows the court to order the material and information be made available to the defendant when the defendant shows substantial need in the preparation of the defendant's case for additional material or information not otherwise covered by Rule 16, and that the defendant is unable without undue hardship to obtain the substantial equivalent by other means. During oral argument, the defense argued that it needs the training records of the 3 officers identified in the request to understand the processes and methods the officers utilize, which makes sense. They want to know, hey, how did these motherfuckers do this? Specifically, the defense wants to see what training these officers have received in interviewing witnesses and collecting and evaluating evidence. The defense argued that the 3 officers identified each played a critical role in the investigation of the case. One officer interviewed witnesses at the scene of the crime and worked on the search for a specific car of interest. The second officer interviewed key witnesses expected to testify at trial. The defense expects to subpoena this officer for trial. Finally, the third officer conducted multiple interviews of key witnesses after Kohberger was arrested, attended the victims' autopsies, and made decisions about what tips to provide law enforcement warranted further investigation. The state argued that the 3 officers identified are not material to the state's case. Yeah, of course they are, and will not be called at trial. Further, the state argued that the defense has not shown a substantial need for the information requested. What do you mean? These are the motherfuckers that came up. These are clowns. In State versus Culligan, the Idaho Supreme Court, in applying the attenuation doctrine, discussed how the training that law enforcement officers receive regarding the law of search and seizure should play a role in evaluating the flagrancy of their behavior. Bam! So you see where the Kohberger's going, right? He's going to get off on a technicality because of this shit right here. Similarly, courts have required the government to disclose relevant canine training and certification records to allow defendants to assess the canine's reliability and effectively cross-examine the dog's handler. By the way of this court's own experience, when testifying at pretrial hearings or a trial, officers often base their testimony on their training and experience. Bam! Exactly. Here, the 3 officers' training records requested by the defense are material to the preparation of the defense, and Kohberger has established a substantial need for the material, and the Brady Giglio thing is coming in their preparation for the case. First, the defense adequately articulated the role each of these officers played in interviewing witnesses and finding and collecting potential evidence. Second, the training records of these officers are potentially relevant to a suppression issue, like in Cohagen, or to challenge the credibility of the officers and reliability of their methods, similar to the training records of the canine officers. Other potential uses for the training records include to help prepare the defense for examination or cross-examination of the officers at trial, or to help establish or challenge a foundation for the admissibility of evidence gathered by those officers at trial. While generally all personnel records of current or former public officials are exempt from disclosure under the Public Records Act, public disclosure of the personnel records sought here can be prevented by the issuance of a protective order stipulated to go by the parties. Therefore, the court orders the following. The state shall provide to the defense the training records requested in Request 160 of the second supplement request for discovery, no later than July 14th, that's 10 days from today, unless the state demonstrates good cause for an extension of time to turn over the requested material. Further, the party shall provide the court with a stipulation for a protective order and proposed protective order for the training records. Exactly. That's it. They got them. They're going to get the records for those officers. That is what we see here. Guys, one of the big things that dropped yesterday, it's big news all over the place that we're seeing everywhere, is this video that, as we spoke about in the beginning, came from this right here. Now, this is an hour-long footage, and we're not going to necessarily watch it all, but there is from G's right here, whoever the fuck G's is. Anyway, there's G's. This G's right here has been able to find this footage. I mean, has been able to, he's put in here what he believes he's heard. At 4:05, the car turns around like the PCA said. 4:09, distant dog barking. 4:17, dog barking. 4:21, car speeding away. But at 4:23, someone's getting into a truck. That's something I think needs to be discussed. Now, what are we talking about here? Is this the video? No, I want you to see this shit, though. Hold on, let's see. Can you guys see it? Maybe not. Let me make it bigger. Well, here's what we'll do. We'll just go here. We'll go here. We'll go here. So basically, I want you to also understand that so this is where the location is. This place right here is about where the camera's at, okay? This place right here. This is supposed to be footage from the Linda Lane thing. Now, T-Rev over here, he actually, on his Twitter machine, he has a more zoomed in portion of the video. At 4:05 a.m., here's what we got. Here, let me go ahead and make this bigger so you guys can see it. Let me go ahead and make this bigger. There we go. So let's go ahead. 4:05. Now, I'm going to tell you guys right now, I mean this, I don't think this video is legit. We have a gag order. Who the fuck do you think released this footage? This is the main footage that the apartment, if this is the footage, this is the footage that even Jonathan Riches talked about 6 months ago, the video surveillance handed over to the police. You think the apartment complex would leak this? No, I'm not buying this shit. But anyway, here we go. So here it comes. Coming in here, turning around. Is what they're saying. Now, I will say, if they're basing the entire Elantra thing on this, I don't see how that's possible. But it does look like something of that nature. You see it? Do you see it right there? There it is. It's stopping for a second. Now what's it doing? There's the car right there. It's stopping for just a second. And then heading forward. Is that the Elantra? Doesn't it look like it's parking? Doesn't it look like it's parking right there? I may be wrong. No, it's turning around again. Here we go. Okay, turning around again. And now gone. They claim this is at 4:05. Now, for you guys that's never seen what this place looks like, let me show you. Let's go over here. Okay, what we're looking at right here is, let's go here. Linda Lane, which is the place that they're talking about. Linda Lane is right here. You see it right here. Okay, so let's just scroll up. Linda, now I want you to keep in mind that the house, the King Road house, I believe is right here. You see this right here? The King Road house is this right here that I'm pointing at, okay? It's this right here is the King Road house. So this is where you can come down the road to King Road. But my question is where's the outlet here? Because if he went to Linda Lane, so that means he was all the way back here. How do you get from here into here? I'm kind of confused about this, because if this is where they see his footage, this is not at the Moscow residence. This is not at the Moscow residence to me. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't see any places of entry from Linda Lane. Let's see here. Unless this goes all the way over here. And if that's the case, that's what we got to find out. If this right here, but I don't see how it could have. Where's the, from Linda Lane, you guys see this, right? From Linda Lane, where is the entrance to over here? Is this it? He comes in up here, and then does this go all the way through? I'm curious. If so, I'm curious to know. And now, if that's the case, maybe it all makes sense. Let's go ahead, because let's go 1122 King Road. Let's take a look. You'll see clearly this is the King Road residence. You'll see clearly this is the King Road residence. But I'm struggling with the understanding of how Linda Lane gets over here. This looks like a dead end. How do you get, do you see what I'm saying? Linda Lane is right here. Do you go up this driveway maybe? But then where does this driveway go? This driveway ends right here, it seems. Am I the only one seeing this? I could be completely wrong, by the way. So are you saying that this dude came here, got seen right here, and then turned back around, because that's what this is supposed to be, right? This is supposed to be, was it Linda Lane? That's what this is supposed to be, right here. So this footage right here that we just saw right here with T-Rev shit and everything was literally had to be off Linda Lane. Is that what this is showing? I mean, obviously possible. I'm just struggling with it, because you would have to go all the way back around. I don't know. It seems strange to me. So we clearly got this footage. It's an hour long. I don't know if you guys, we're not going to take the time to watch this, because what T-Rev has here is the gist of it. 4:05:25. We will pull up the other shit, because we'll see the 4:13, shit like that. So he comes back, as you can see. He's coming back, he's parking. But we don't know if it's the DoorDash driver, but you clearly see that there's this Elantra. I'm not sure if it's a white, I'm not sure what this is. I'm not even sure if this is real. I want you guys to tell me what you think this means. 4:06. Now keep in mind, this is 4:06 a.m. Think about the timeline, man. This is a dude, if this is Koberger, he's out here struggling like a motherfucker. You mean to tell me he put it all together and then went and killed people in like 10 minutes? Think about it. Think about it. All right, so let's go. You know what? Let's go to the actual video. Let's go to the actual video and let's take a look. So this is 3:59. Now, obviously, all right, so this is 3:59 a.m. Let's see if we see a potential DoorDash driver or anything. Let's see. Maybe we will. Maybe we won't. Four o'clock a.m. Nothing. So, all right, let's go back to the notes. What do we see here? Where's that dude's notes? 4:05, car pulls up and turns around like the PCA said, which is basically what we had just saw. So when did the DoorDash person come? And are we sure that all the cars here was the same car? So 4:05, here we are. Here we are. You hear the car. Oh, shit. 405, here comes the car. You hear it. And this has got a good fucking mic, this camera does. So 405, if you believe that's the Elantra, car's turning around, I think. And now he's headed out. This is the original video, not the zoomed in one. There's really nothing, I know, there's really nothing to see here. At least it seems that way to me. Okay, so that's he's gone, right? 407, hold on, let's see here. Where the fuck did the video go? So at this point it's 406, there's nothing here. Let's see what, 409, it says you can hear a distant dog barking. Oh look, 407, ain't this a bitch? So he's back? You're telling me he's back? At 407, how many cars we got coming into this area? 408. So keep in mind, they're saying at 409 there was dog barking. He got up there and did some killing quick, didn't he? Because he was just here at 407. And it takes 2 minutes, I think it said, to get over to the house. Now, keep in mind, I want you to think about the time frame here. When did the DoorDash guy come? And I thought they said Kohlberger was seen at 404. I'm just curious. But if Truth and Transparency is right, Truth and Transparency says there's a second video. There's a second video that shows that car with a sunroof. And of course, Kohlberger's car don't have a sunroof. So we're at 409. I don't hear any barks. Maybe you guys do. Maybe something there. But see, the problem with the dog barking theory is I believe wholeheartedly that would have woke everybody in the house up if you can hear it way over here. What are we seeing here? What are we seeing here? All right, so let's go to, let's see, where else was it? 417. Think about it. This is all when the killing's supposed to be happening, right? You hear a dog bark? They claim you can hear a dog bark. You hear the car? That sounds like a car speeding up or doing something. Let me see if I can zoom in. Let me see if I can zoom in here. Maybe we can. Maybe because there's some other things we're gonna have to see here. Let me go ahead and pull this up so you guys can see the general vicinity, right? So I don't hear the dog bark. Do y'all? I don't hear the dog bark at all. Okay, well, let's see what's next. 421, car speeding away. Let's go check that out. 421. Here we go. We're at 421. Let's see if we hear a car speeding away. Because remember, we just heard a car speeding at 417. I hear a car. But couldn't this have just been... I hear a car. But couldn't this have just been on that road, right? There we go. But it's not speeding on that street on the surveillance. Now let me show you something else though. And this is the kicker. Do you remember Elon Horst saying that he saw someone in an SUV? Now I don't know where that would have been. I don't think he could have saw it all the way over here. But I want to show you something of a lot of importance. You'll start to see movement here. Do you see somebody with a flashlight? Let's see if we can see this. Look, gets in the truck. Gets in the truck. Now I want you to see this. Let me know if you saw the flashlight. I could have been wrong. Just let's keep watching. Stay zoomed in right here. Right here. $4:23, I believe, is when it... See, do you see what that is? That's a flashlight, ain't it? That's not a car light. Now watch this. Somebody gets in that truck. You see the interior of the light, you see the truck? They say this is an SUV. You see it? Isn't that ironic? Isn't that ironic? What is the odds? Now, granted, some people could say, well, that could have been someone getting up early to go to work Sunday morning. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I do know I want to get to the bottom of it all. We got some interesting shit that's out there. I don't know if I believe the footage at all. I'm going to leave that up to you guys. What do you guys think? Do you think the footage was real? By the way, make sure the YouTubers you follow aren't scamming you. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, if you guys like what I do here and you want to support the channel, links are down below. And trust me, I don't buy subs and views to make you, to fool you into me thinking that I'm some true crime king. That's the way it works. But let me say this. I don't know if I believe the footage. Who would have leaked it? The apartments? You think they would have leaked it? You think the police would have leaked it? Is the video real? Isn't it possible it could have been video footage from any other night that they just overlaid with the date and time? There's been so many hoaxes so far. Why would you believe this? I currently don't believe it. Prove me wrong. I don't believe it's real footage. Prove me wrong. But I'm curious what you guys think. Is it real, not real? What do you think about the whole thing? I'm thejbgunner. This is Crime Time. Let me know what you think. It was a good time with you this morning. See you tomorrow. I'm out.